I am the worst YouTuber in the world. Hello. Sorry. I gotta get my... Forgive me. Oh, I still have audio going here. So this video is live. And we're going to look at a bunch of things in this video. In fact, please support your local food bank, drug and alcohol center. Let me organize a little bit here. This is my official Daystar statement. They sent me a letter as well. This is my official Daystar statement. And then we're going to get into this video. I'm the most amateur YouTuber. So, these are the papers that they signed. They sent me. Let me show you. I'll put it on the screen. And I have an official... I have the audio. The full audio is like 9 minutes long. We'll look at it. We'll look at the New York... This is the New York Post. But before we get to anything, Daystar is watching my videos. They sent me a letter. This is the letter. We're going to look at it. We're going to break it down. And this is my official response to Daystar. This is my official response to Daystar. All right. Moving on. This is live. Thank you to my friends for liking my videos. Many people are sharing my videos. We're going to look at a few videos in this video because Corey Minor just put out, and this is a YouTube channel called The Messed Up Church. I'm waiting to hear from Daystar Legal Department myself. We can look at that video. I actually played a bit of that video, but this is Corey's video, and this just got posted on Twitter. It's a whole article. I know who Laura-Lynn Thompson is. I've seen her before, and she's a Canadian, eh? I'm a Canadian, so we're going to look at this article. She has pulled her program from Daystar, but I think before that, I haven't even... This is a live video that Corey just put out. Daystar is threatening me. Daystar is threatening me, question mark. So in this, he actually reads what they sent him. So let's just listen to a bit of this, and then we're going to read the article. Oh, I'll have to pull that up the screen. All right.
I would say no matter what, then I would say, you know what, I'm sorry, apologize. Hey, listen, got this thing all wrong. I'm not taking a side one way or the other because I think there's some things that are a little bit odd on even the son and his wife's part, as well as the mother, Joni, as well as the late Reverend Dr. Marcus. There's a whole lot.
Can you let me know if the audio is okay? Can you hear this audio? Can you let me know in the live chat? Thank you.
A lot of stinkiness to go around, right? What else am I supposed to retract? I made the statement, there seems to be this unnatural kind of closing in. Let's keep this all in house and let's not let this go out, almost as though you're wanting to protect the person, Pete, and by extension, the company. Why would I retract that? But fine. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not going to read a retraction on this. I am not going to read. Listen, if you want me to read a retraction, I'm sorry. Listen, and I know one or two of the people have actually came out and they've read the retractions. I'm not reading anything. I'm not reading. Prove that anything that I said was, one, defamatory, two, was intentional, three, that I knew it was false. Prove that I knew something was false. I'm not taking a stance one way or the other. But I will say this. Now, you can ask for a retraction later on if I'm found to be incorrect. But Daystar is a horrible, ungodly, unbiblical network. You want me to retract that? I'll retract that if the Lord tells me so. Speaking of the Lord, speaking of God, this woman is telling her son that her voice is as the voice of God. Now, here's a meeting that, and this is on the Roy's report. As a matter of fact, when I finish, I'll go ahead and
I'm just
link
going to
to
skip
that
it forward a bit.
particular letter of this font, and it can only mean a certain name. I don't know for sure. I don't know, but they are doing everything they can.
Okay, well, that's it. So you played what he played. He's not going to do a retraction. And without saying too much, I have lots of friends that I've contacted for the last 2 days, and we need our prayers. God answers prayer, and God is revealing everything right now. And let me see here. How do I close this up? We're going to go over to Julie Royce's article, and we'll look and see if there's any more breaking news. But this is Laura-Lynn, Canadian broadcaster, pulls program from Daystar due to ethical deficiencies. All right. Canadian broadcaster Laura-Lynn Thompson announced in a live broadcast yesterday that she is pulling her TV program. In fact, I have the video right here. So let me just see if I can pull that up. This is the article. Canadian broadcaster pulls program from Daystar ethical. What does that mean? Deficits. All right. I still don't know what it means. Deficits. In this article, they repost regarding Suzy and Jonathan Lamb. And this is a video here. So let me see. We can listen to a bit of her video as well. Let me pull this off the screen.
Hello, everyone. Well, this is going to be a different kind of broadcast, and I've actually written out most of my statements so that I say it as succinctly as possible. I'm going to be talking to you about what's been going on with Daystar Television and its effect on the Christian community of the planet, including North America, Canada, and us, broadcasters on their channel. It is with great sadness and personal angst that we are going to give notice to Daystar Canada that we will be removing our show from their network as per our contract. With grave fear of the Lord and due to what we perceive to be numerous ethical deficits and, most importantly, the failure of senior executives, and in this case, parents, to properly align with their son and daughter-in-law who had sincere, rational, and earnest concerns that their child had been molested by a family member. We have watched all the videos, read every statement, and every article written. I have personally consulted with my board and those whose discernment I deeply trust. We are in unanimous agreement that there is a deep crack in the foundation of Daystar, and we are unable to build on it. I will now go into some of the details so that we are presenting a clear reason for our very painful decision. May we first say that we are prayerful that there will be true repentance and reconciliation between the parties, as there is no replacement for family.
All right, we'll keep going, but I have to add some commentary under law, fair use, and public domain. So we're going to keep going.
It is a treasure beyond earthly gain and something to be protected at all costs. I want to read Hebrews 12:6, which says, "For those whom the Lord loves, he disciplines, and he scourges every son or daughter whom he loves." And I know this scripture well because I have been under the discipline of the Lord in my life. And it was vexatious, and it was a scourging, and God did it because he loved me, and he loves all of us, whatever the circumstance may be. There's been a growing Lamb family disagreement that has been unfolding in the public purview over allegations by Jonathan and Suzy Lamb that their parents, Joni and Marcus, covered up a deep, profound concern and what we further believe to be shocking evidence that their child, grandchild, may have been harmed by a family member. The first sign of recent trouble was a video with Jonathan and Suzy Lamb letting their viewers and concerned audience know that they were in hiding and in fear for their lives. They had been followed, threatened, and intimidated. These particular startling revelations have not been addressed by Daystar and remain a very disturbing aspect of this story.
So, full disclosure to my viewers, I haven't actually even screened this because this article just came out about 5 minutes ago. All right, so here we go. We're going to keep playing, but I'm just listening to this for the first time myself.
Why would they feel that they were literally in danger? Jonathan further noted that after media had called Daystar with questions, Jonathan was fired. I think we verily believe that he went to the media and he and Suzy began sharing their story. And so the media reached out to Daystar. This initial video was troubling and left us wondering what on earth could be going on. Here is Suzy Lamb's brief comment on how they were feeling.
Some scary things happened, being followed, private investigators, intimidation, threats. Even through all of that, things don't stop. So we felt like we had no other option but to reach out to a journalist. When you bring things to the light, things, get better. So that's what we did.
Absolutely. And, I really felt from the Lord that even though a lot of wrong had been done to me, that I was to stand firm in the position that God had called me to and to not walk away. Right now, Suzy and I are at an undisclosed location because we simply do not feel safe at our home.
Some answers and more questions then came with the first drop of Julie Royce, who is a veteran investigative reporter and founder of the Royce Report. This was the first of 3 disturbing reports on the situation, which have grown more complex and revealing with every article. We are adding the URLs to the description of this video so that you can read them for yourselves and come to your own discerning conclusions. At this point, I will say that because of the public presentation of the facts, as each party has seen them, we feel to address publicly the issues that directly brought us to the place of our decision and the impact it has had on us as programmers on Daystar. Our reputations are also now on the line. We believe after reading all the statements and recorded messages involving Jimmy Evans, Joni, Jonathan, and Suzy, that there is a weighty disconnect on the part of the leadership of Daystar as to the evidence that is before them and the blindness that appears to be operating at their organization. After the first article, exclusive former Daystar executive and wife accused Joni Lamb of covering up the daughter's situation.
Commentary, because I have to do some type of commentary or I'll get hit with a copyright. Exclusive former Daystar executives. I did this article and I'll keep you up to date. So thank you for liking the video and we'll keep going. How do I do this? Is it working?
After this was released, our first question was, why is a grown male family member at a lake house retreat who is not the father in a bedroom with a naked child? Period. End of story, and absolutely unacceptable under any circumstances. Answers to this question have not been adequate and remain completely insupportable to any rational adult. I can only say as a parent and grandparent, if I knew of any such instance, no matter who that other family member was, there would be accountability for even the appearance of evil. There is no reason on this planet that discerning persons could rationalize such an event taking place without an all-out measure of consequences to be pursued against the said individual. There is no prayer and make-up for such a prohibited instance. Joni's response and answer for this outrageous situation, as stated by Jonathan and Suzy, was that Pete, which is the name that was used in the articles, loved her, the little girl, and just wanted to hang out with her. according to the Royce article. I'm quite certain that as these details come out, things can be said on either side as to what the truth or the reality or what was actually said or wasn't said. It could be changed. Jonathan and Suzy had already begun suspecting that it was this particular individual several months before this incident at the lake. Added to this were the nanny's concerns about this family member, Pete, coming over when Jonathan and Suzy were not home to hang out with the children. This as well is unacceptable and strange beyond any reasonable explanation. Furthermore, Jonathan's sister Rebecca and brother-in-law had expressed direct concern about this family member to their brother, saying that they had seen Pete behaving inappropriately with their child. The exact quote in the Royce report states, Rebecca and J.W., Jonathan's sister and brother-in-law, warned them about Pete. The couple reportedly told her they saw him putting his hands all over the child and kissing her. After the incident at the lake house, Rebecca, the daughter, had directly asked Joni and Marcus why they were not dealing with this situation in a more transparent way. And that question still looms in the air. One further incident of the granddaughter walking in on Pete as he was naked in the bathroom is also very disturbing. Most places have locks, and it would seem very strange that, and unfortunate, that this happened. And after this incident, the child was reported then to be extremely fearful and would hide when she saw him. No one knows except Pete and the girl what really took place there to make it so very difficult. Another daughter of Joni and Marcus Lamb is Rachel Lamb Brown, who is the Daystar Director of Communications, and her husband, Josh Brown, is Director of Business Development. Jonathan's older sister, Rebecca Lamb Weiss, is a producer and an on-air contributor, and her husband, Jonathan, J.W. Weiss, is Director of Information Technology, according to the article by Julie Royce. While we do not know the name of the alleged perpetrator, there was another document circulating regarding a pastor at Gateway Church who was questioned by a parishioner regarding a named family member being involved with any of the children's ministry. So this person asked directly about someone that was named in this article. The pastor left a message which was transcribed stating emphatically that this family member had not been near any children under the church's directory of volunteers. I personally have no proof of the veracity, nor have I seen anything regarding the authenticity of this call or publication. But because there has been no revealing of the person in question of these accusations, unfortunately, there will be much speculation as to who it is. I'm sure that will be ongoing. There begins to be a preponderance of evidence that indicates something was very wrong and indicated by a number of witnesses.
Yeah, so a little bit of commentary is that absolutely there's two sides to this. And of course, they're being very clear that right from the beginning, Julie Royce has been reporting on both sides of this. And we'll keep going here. These are all alleged.
In light of the fact that the secret act of harming a child has no witnesses, except the ones that are there, there is a requirement first and foremost to believe the words of the child. She had said in her own words and demonstrated physically what had happened to her. Should this not have been the utmost consideration for Joni and Marcus, that something was amiss and the severity of it would require a police investigation coupled with professional intervention so as to either vindicate the accused or bring justice for the child and family. Everything from the darkness is always revealed in time, and unfortunately, This situation should not have come to this perilous place. Undisputed on both sides' version of facts are some disturbing details. There was no wise, reflective, slow, thoughtful consideration immediately after the lake house incident by Marcus and Joni. It seems that they wanted in the worst way for this obvious, inappropriate intrusion into the child's bedroom to be explained and whitewashed away. It leaves us all wondering why. Was there concern that there was a potential unfathomable sin and it would be too damaging to the ministry? Was it concern for the accused in case they were innocent? Why was there not an immediate investigation with sober integrity to get to the truth? Most importantly, where was the loyalty to stand with Jonathan and Suzy in this horrendous reality they were now coping with? The best opportunity for any such allegations to be found completely false would be immediate and necessary professional examination of all facts by independent experts and police. All of this would have showed transparency, integrity, and most of all, a deep love and commitment to their son, daughter-in-law, and precious grandchild.
All right, so these are all alleged, and like I said, there's definitely what Joni and Daystar are saying is absolutely not true. That's what they're saying. And of course, the Roy's Report has been reporting on this, and that was a video. Oh, I didn't give you the whole video. So if you want to go watch this video, you can go watch it. This is on, wow, 250,000 times this is being seen in less than 24 hours. Why are we leaving Daystar Television? Laura-Lynn Tyler. I'll leave the link in the description. I think it's already in the description. All right, so there is that. And if we want to look at, this is the article that just came out a few minutes ago. All right, so I've already played the video. It's with great sadness and personal angst that we're going to give notice to Daystar Canada that we will be removing the show from its network due to the perceived and numerous ethical defects. I don't know how to say that right. Defects. She added the most important deficit was the failure of senior executives in this case. All right. Thompson show at Air Daystar Canada reached 17 million people nationwide, according to Daystar website. Worldview Daystar Network included more than 100 stations, reportedly worth $1 billion. As reported, Daystar denies the allegations, adding that an internal investigation concluded with no wrongdoing found, nor evidence provided that corroborate this allegation. Through the 44-minute broadcast, Thomas cite TR article on the scandal, as well as the audio we published and statements Jonathan and Suzy at Daystar. We have watched the videos, read every statement and every article written. I am personally consulted with my board and those who discern I deeply trust, Thompson said. We are in unanimous agreement that there is a deep crack in the foundation of Daystar, and we will be unable to bind it. All right, there it is there. She added, Joni and Marcus covered up deep, profound concerns, what they further believe to be shocking evidence. All right. Thompson noticed that, and I've already had a restriction on my YouTube channel. Hey, John. Hey, Graham. God bless you. This video is live. Thompson noticed that the first she learned the recent troubles with her video. That's a video. Suzy, this is their social media. Oh, that's an Instagram. Stating they were in hiding and had been followed, threatened, and intimidated. That's what they said. These particular startling revelations have been addressed by Daystar and remain a very disturbing aspect of the story, Thompson said. Why we feel that they were literally in danger? Question mark. Thompson then mentioned TR 3 disturbing reports on the situation were grow more complex, revealing every article. Thompson noticed that in the first article, all right, regarding reporting that Pete, pseudonym of Lamb's, family member, was caught. All right. After this was released, our first question was why. All right, so this is what I've already played in the video. Thompson is noted to report Lamb's daughter, and we're keeping the family in prayer, the whole entire Lamb family in prayer as they go through this. Splashed all over the news. A lot of mainstream news reporters have been reporting on this, as well as here in Canada. And lots of YouTubers, like I said, I played at the beginning of this video, have been commentating on it. Later, Denise Boggs, who reportedly coordinated the investigation, told Jonathan and Suzy that Inquirer did not clear Pete. Why was it not immediately investigated with sober integrity to get to the truth? Thompson asked. Most importantly, was the loyalty to stand with Jonathan and Suzy in this horrendous reality they were now coping with? Question mark. The best opportunity for such allegations to be found completely false would be immediately necessary professional examination, all facts, independent experts and police. Well, first of all, the police. Of all, this would have shown transparency, integrity, and most of all, a deep love and commitment to their son, daughter-in-law, and precious grandchild. Thompson also explained other sources of contention between Jonathan, Suzy, and Joni were reported. She's not the voice of God to you. Joni Lamb, Jimmy Evans accused of bullying and spiritual abuse. Roy's report. I have a pinched nerve in my back. I think even at this point, we could have just understand that John and Suzy would not be doing to support the relationship and feel they enter the error. Thompson said, and that was not possible, and I'm not certain what there would be this kind of control and difficulty. In response to the allegations, Joni released a statement accusing Jonathan of fabricating a smear campaign because he had not named Daystar president after ultimately death of his father, Daystar co-founder Marcus Lamb. The sadness begins to get extremely intense. I think all of us are watching because this is not a boss and employee. This is a mother and her son. Thompson said, no boss, let alone your own mom, right? Let alone your own mom should be asking you to do that. All of this put together begins to lead a place where it's hard to understand the disloyalty and lack of empathy, the hardness of heart, the lack of discernment, and the inability for Joni Lamb to see what is happening. All right. Thompson ended by calling for repentance on part of Daystar leadership. She also called for Jonathan to one day have the firstborn right to operate and walk with integrity, leading Daystar. So that's in that video that I shared with you. She ends with the prayer. This situation one day will be resolved, and I pray a blessing on it with the truth and with all integrity that God will heal the family. Julie Roy's. So this is the article that just came out, and you can go into my video. Here's my video. And in the link in the description, I have all these. Do you see the description here? También será el español. Hay fiesta en este lugar. Me gusta esta canción. Me gradué mi escuela en el sur de México. Obviamente es mi segundo idioma, pero sí el español. I speak Spanish. I like listening to Spanish Christian music, specifically on my street outreach. And Corey Miner's video is right there. You're welcome to watch it. And his response, Joni wants to sue me, Daystar. Daystar is threatening me. What happened? Where did my video go? Sorry. We're going to my description. And I have all the other links if you're welcome to go check it out. And thanks to everyone who showed up to watch my video and liking my videos. And all the links are inside of my description, and I will keep you up to date if there's any more updates. And thank you very much. Rob, Brother John rocks. Actually, I should probably answer a few questions if you'd like into this video here. Let me, if you want to get involved in my ministry, this is my website. Everything I have, freely I have received and freely I give. So I have no paywalls on any of my videos. This is my street ministry. Lots of videos. I have a 2-hour documentary. You're welcome to come and watch this. These are my street outreach. And if you want to support my ministry, I have a place on my tab. I always encourage people to get involved with their local food bank, drug and alcohol center. But if you'd like to support me, it's an expensive time of year for me. I have to buy lots of gloves. I hand them out every day. And tarps, you know, I do street evangelist 6 days a week. So if you want to help me do my ministry, I'm in the front lines of Canada's national opiate crisis. And I also do, sadly, funerals. And that's it. Thank you very much. So here we go. Happy Thanksgiving. How you doing, Miss Terry? God bless you, my friend. Absolutely. God bless you. John, awesome. Keep standing with us. Truth really wants to happen. Says, keep sending us truth of what's really happening. I'll report as soon as more video comes out. It sounds like to me that it's an absolute disaster fiasco at Daystar. And they're going after YouTubers for simply reading what's happening in the news. And, you know, bring it on. That's my attitude. I'm doing fine. Oh, Joanne, nice to see you, my friend. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Nice to see you. My pleasure. Brother John Elving rocks. Thank you very much. I'm on Twitter as well, if you want to come check me out on Twitter. God bless you as well. Theo. Reading the word, Roy's report was excellent. Creepy Crawl says, amen. The Philippines. MK Mobile Gaming in the Philippines. Kumusta ka? Mabuti. Maraming salamat. Waliyo man. Magandang umaga, magandang hapon. Magandang hapon. That's Filipino. Tagalog. Right? So, I speak a little Tagalog. Buongiorno. Comment ça? Comment allez-vous? Frances. Je n'appelle pas enchanté. Arrivederci. That's Italian. Como stai, molto bene? So I have greetings in a few languages, but I speak Spanish and English. Are they going to sue the New York Post? They got a hold of it. Well, apparently, we can, you know, it's interesting you brought that comment up because apparently, one second. Apparently, the New York Post has, let me see if I can find New York Post YouTube channel. New York Post. The New York Post. So apparently the New York Post, well, there it is right there. That's their last video, and it's been seen 4,000 times. But it's also been seen in their article. Family feud erupts over Christian network. All right, there it is there. And here's the article. So I already went over that in my last video. So they posted it to YouTube, and I've already reported on that. Brother John, I sent you a question. Let me check this. Where's the question? Can you say it? Deborah, question. If they say they can't say the info, and why is Rachel blasting Suzy to pretest too much? Full disclosure. Well, we can look up Suzy Lamb if you want. I don't really know what she has posted. Oh, there's my friend Melinda. Hello, my friend. Melinda's a great friend of mine, supporter of my street ministry outreach. God bless you, my friend. Nice to see you. What were you doing? Deborah. Rachel blast Suzy. So we'll look it up on the fly if you like. Let me look it up. Is this it? So this is Rachel Lamb. Yeah, this looks like it's the official Daystar. This is the Daystar. There's Joyce Myers. This is Daystar. Pinched a nerve in my back. Let's fact checked. Suzy Lamb noticed that her daughter had been, oh, so she had been itching her Oh boy. I gotta be careful. Can you see that? Let me see if we get it bigger. So this is on Twitter by Rachel Lamb. I believe, is there a check mark? There's no check mark. I believe this is the right one. It could be 8,000 followers. So we'll look at a few of them. It's concerned her, so she started probing and asked a question. Her daughter reported that the boy at school had put her hand up her dress in the cafeteria. All right. So she is tagging Suzy. When you cover up long enough, you will learn how to tell the difference between victims and opportunists. The two aren't mutually exclusive, but victims should use the abuse and an excuse to exploit others. Victims should use their voice to get justice. That part. All right, so this is interesting because now I understand what you're talking about. Right here, do you see this? Amy, she said, this is very troubling. Jonathan and Suzy Lamb were willing to be silent about this, right? All right. Do you see that on the screen? Alleged spiritual abuse at Daystar could be President Daystar. Okay, so this is it here. Do you see that? This is the letter where Daystar is saying that Jonathan is trying to blackmail them. And you can see I've already read this, and I've played the video in my previous video. So let's go over to Julie Royce. Because Julie Royce, do you see that? So Julie Royce has responded to this. It's very troubling. Jonathan and Suzy, can you see that? We're willing to be silent about the alleged at this, right? Of their own child, alleged spiritual experienced at Daystar. Do you see all that? That part. So this is the one that Amy Smith. Wait, this is Amy Smith. So let me just double check here. Amy Smith. And this was, so full disclosure, I don't know if this is a verified count. So there's my full disclosure because it has no blue check mark. But I do know that this has been reposted by Julie Royce. All right. Oh, here's her. So we'll read what Julie Royce has printed. All right, so you can see that there. You see how that's being... Please read my reports carefully so that you're not spreading misinformation. The issue here is not the alleged of... All right, Jonathan and Suzy, daughter, hija. The episode in which Jonathan referring to with Jimmy Evans, Daystar, Joni, is Suzy. All right, so this is it here. 1. This is 2. The Lamb reported the alleged SA the day after the daughter told him about it. But the daughter reportedly stopped talking about it after meeting one-on-one and would talk to police, so they closed the case. Case closed. November 18th, 2023, the Lambs learned that Denise Boggs, that the investigation in 2021 had not cleared the family members they suspected of abuse. And, right, Marcus, what happened? Oh boy. Then they took the girl to the counselor who reported to CPS and reported to police. The case was reopened. So it was reopened November 2023. What day? Today is November 27, 1 year ago. Also, I reported Jonathan says his reference to being in the future president of Daystar was simply an attempt to get some assurance that the succession plan his father had outlined would be followed. According to the plan, Jonathan would become president if Joni passes or retires. So this is essentially the last will and testament of Marcus Lamb. I further direct that Joni passes or retires, and then Jonathan Lamb will become the head of Daystar. I also reported the email was representing, so as far as I understand, this is a direct, well, this is, she reposted it. In response to the 13 stipulations that Daystar gave Jonathan and Suzy and wanted their position at Daystar restored. One of these stipulations concerned recordings. Requirements of Jonathan and Suzy. Down here it says, must agree to destroy all recordings of meetings with Jimmy Evans and Joni, and any recordings of Joni talking privately with Joni and Suzy over refusal to read on air. When the victims came forward, the alleged victims, all right, this is Julie Roy's, the last thing they needed to poorly inform reporters and self-appointed advocates who publicly throw, oh, okay, so this is not, okay, who publicly throw shade on them. Honestly, the advocates like that, who needs adversatories? Both of you owe Jonathan and Suzy an apology. So Julie Royce is saying that they need to apologize to Jonathan and Suzy. Your reporting is top-notch. Keep on pursuing truth and justice. I'm the granddaughter. We'll give her a thumbs up on that one. Please read my reports carefully so you're not spreading misinformation. The issue here is not the alleged SA, right? This is the whole thread that they just went on. Oh, okay. So there it is there. Great job in clarifying it. Oh, there's Jessica. She was part of the IHOP KC. She commented a lot of it. Thanks for your work, Julie. This is all clear in reporting it. People need to read carefully your source links. And then we played that already. Any other questions? Let me know. Oh, Melinda. Thank you very much. My friend Melinda. 10 memberships to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. God bless you, my friend. Love you. Thank you for the support of my ministry. Let me see here. Hi, Joanne. I don't even know, to be honest with you. You just click the little button. I think there's different prices. All these are big ministries, should go under. It's nothing but prosperity gospel, Karen says. Well, in fact, if everybody's watching me, if you want to know who I am, I got a whole tab on the Word of Faith Gospel. I do not preach or endorse the Word of Faith Gospel, but I speak Spanish because I graduated Rhema. I'm a Rhema graduate in Mexico City, worked with the gangs in Mexico, and I graduated with a 2-year diploma ministry. So Kenneth Hagin flew to my graduation. They're family friends. My cousin works with, well, my cousin has a school in Mexico. Centro Entrenamiento Bíblico Rhema. All right, so the Hagins are family friends. In fact, one of my aunts lived as a caregiver inside of Pastor Kenneth Hagin's senior. I was one of the first people that knew that he died. I was in Mexico because they phoned all the Rhema graduates. So the Hagins are family friends. The Copelands are family friends of ours. That's my Uncle Bill. He worked with Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland flew to his graduation. Forgive me. Kenneth Copeland flew to his funeral, did the funeral with Jerry Savelle, Kenneth Copeland. There was another one, and it was at Keith Moore's church. So they all flew in because my Uncle Billy was good friends with Kenneth Copeland. So the Copelands are family friends of ours. There's a video of the ceremony, and Kenneth Copeland was good friends with my Uncle Billy. Costi Hinn, of course. I've been to his house because my mom was a children pastor for Henry Hinn. So this is my history with the Word of Faith. This is Benny Hinn. I've never met him, but I was friends with Costi Hinn. My sister was friends with his sister, and we used to go to his church. I've been to his house. We've gone out for lunch together when we were kids to the restaurants. I haven't talked to him in 40 years or 30 years, but we were friends. I have an opportunity to drive and translate for a man named Mark Hankins, and my parents are Charis College graduates. As well as when I was in Mexico, I was involved, had an opportunity to meet very many people in televangelist type ministries, or connected to the Word of Faith Gospel, is better said. I met a lot of people in the televangelist type gospel in Mexico. That's my history. I do not preach or endorse the Word of Faith Gospel. I, in fact, am third generation Pentecostal. This is my statement of faith. I'm a biblical continuationist, but I reject the Word of Faith Gospel. That's who I'm at. Join the left to subscribe. John Smith, Melinda, great to see you. Miss Terry, Miss Noel, my good friend. Thank you very much for all my moderators. Thank you, Joanne. Oh, wow. Thank you very much for love your ministry. God bless you. She's my Canadian friend, Joanne. God bless you, my friend. Gloria a Dios. Que Dios te bendiga. Gloria a Dios means glory to God in Spanish. Daniel, a lo mejor si habla español. Recuérdese, es mi segundo idioma, entonces cuesta un poco de trabajo, pero sí, me gradué en escuela en México en español. Entonces, y ahora cumpliendo como unos 20 años hablando español, pero falta de practicar. I like to practice. I do speak Spanish. I graduated in Spanish. It's my second language. And thank you very much. Felicidades. Please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Cynthia says he is certainly is cleaning the house, just like we say Matthew. Some people will say, why would I ever show my history with the Word of Faith Gospel? It's my past. And I don't hide who I was. And I hope the best for people in the Word of Faith Gospel. But I now have devoted my ministry to exposing the errors of people like Todd White and many other people in the prosperity gospel. It's not popular calling out false teachers online. However, I'm not in this for likes, views, or the money. I'm a carpenter by trade. I'm in it to serve the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And thus, the beginning of this video, I'll give an account to the Lord. And that's who I work for. All right. I think I'm done. If anyone else has a question, let me know. And I'm going to eat my dinner. I haven't eaten yet today, and I'm a little bit hungry. All right. Supporting you from California, Cali. I was just in California. I did outreach at the Tenderloin. I don't know if you know what the Tenderloin is in California. It's in San Francisco. This is San Francisco Street Church. Did street evangelism and street preaching. This is an awesome ministry. Wheelchairs. This is on my friend Joe, Melanie, and Denise. So this is inside of an outreach. He's from Fresno. Those are my good friends, youth pastors. There's my friend Mike. So I was in Cali, in San Francisco. I did a whole trip through Colorado into Utah, Vegas, and then California. I just got back. What's for dinner? Chicken. I got it in the oven. In fact, I'm going to go eat that. I'm on the keto diet. Oh, okay. Look at this. Shelly says, thank you. I went to Rhema too, but I don't believe what they say. Yeah, that's the other thing is that, it's important that we don't paint everybody with the same brush. There's extreme lunatic, crazy people on the internet in the hyper extreme prosperity gospel that are just repulsive. All right. But it's a worldwide movement, and that's what it is. It's like, I love everybody. When I do my videos, I focus on the televangelists, and but you can't paint everyone. You can't paint every Baptist. If you say, "Ooh, you're a Baptist," "Ooh, you're a Baptist," do you have a roller coaster inside of your church? Do you sing to Billie English and have women twerking on stage? Well, that's happening, right? You have a powder puff, coon cuff, cat and candy message. You're an apostate church because you're a Baptist. You can't paint everybody with the same brush, and that's the point of that. Benaniah. Oh, this is my friend Benaniah. I thought it said Benaniah. I have dyslexia, so this is my friend Benaniah. Benaniah. Translate the whole video in Spanish. All speaks all languages. Thanks for the transparency. Yeah, I laid out there pretty good. Please say a prayer for my son-in-law, Carlos. He's 43. Oh, I'm sorry to hear this. He has leukemia, so I asked my viewers to pray for him. He's been in the hospital nearly a month. I'm sorry to hear that. God bless you, Elizabeth. So we pray for him in Jesus' holy name. May the Lord intervene, comfort him. God bless you, Elizabeth. God bless you all. I think I'm done. Unless you have a question, let me know. Brother John, Brother John's the best out there, and he lets us act up and get away with lots. Thank you, Deborah. God bless you. And I think I'm done the day. Thanks for your help. Amen. And that's it. So pray for me. Let me just check. I have a new member. Thank you very much, Joanne. And thank you for your super chat. And thank you again, Melinda, for your generous support of my street ministry outreach. I love all you guys. I'll keep you up to date. Hit the subscribe, like the video, and I'll be back. I'm just warming up when it comes to Daystar. May the Lord bless you, keep you strong in the faith, and remember, Brother John loves you.